Howdy. So I have some news. The tumor is getting smaller. It started probably like last Friday. I started to suspect that it was getting smaller. And I hope you can hear me. I'll get a little further away from the water. So I suspected over the weekend something was happening, and by Tuesday things are pretty obvious. Yesterday I was pretty ecstatic, but today I got to tell you, it's still getting smaller. So I just thought people might want to know that. Heard from the doctor. I was actually supposed to have a meeting with the oncologist yesterday, but he postponed it till the same day as the next infusion, the 7th. And so a week from today. And I've confirmed that I'll be moving out of the place I'm staying in on the 16th, which is kind of what I planned, so that I'd have at least enough time to make it through these 2 infusions and get a sense of where I'm at, how it's going to affect me and how I can function, and have access to bathing and whatnot at least through the first 2 infusions. And so I'll have another week after the second infusion, which is really from my last experience last year with the chemo anyway. It was after the second infusion that I believe they say in the parlance, shit got real. Yeah, so shit got real hard then. So, but this immunotherapy drug is really amazing, because the reason why the cancer is getting smaller is because my immune system is able to see it for what it is, and my immune system is taking care of it, which was exactly my initial, when I first got diagnosed with this, that was my first strategy, was to build up my immune system and try to get my immune system to deal with the cancer. But apparently cancer cells secrete some substance that makes them invisible to your immune system, and this specific immunotherapy drug, it suppresses the cancer cell's ability to secrete that substance. It blocks the port that they leak it out of, and that lights up the immune system. And so that's what's happening. My immune system is taking care of this. So I've embarked on a regimen of things that are immune boosting to help it out. I take like this, I make a tonic. I've also been doing a lot of alkalizing, so my basic alkalizing tonic is 2 things of emergency. That's 2,000 milligrams of emergency, with a teaspoon of baking soda and about 8 ounces of water, and then like half a teaspoon of lion's mane, reishi, chaga, and turkey tail, and a good sized teaspoon of turmeric, because this immunotherapy drug, it can kind of pump up your immune system so that you it can cause like inflammations and stuff. So that's why the turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. And I cleared that with a doctor before we even started this whole thing, and he said he didn't seem to have a problem with it. So the chaga and the reishi, from my understanding, mushrooms are good for boosting the immune system. The lion's mane is good for mental acuity. I'm not sure what the turkey tail is, but my friend Sail Bus Mark, who went through the same thing as me, roughly, another throat cancer, different treatment and everything, but that's what he recommended. So that's what we're doing, the turkey tail. And luckily, the past at least 5 days or so, I've been able to maintain, I would say 75% of the time, my alkalinity is over 7. 7 is the equal acidic alkalinity balance point, and I've been above 7 for most of the week, since last weekend, really. And so if you do a teaspoon of baking soda in 8 ounces of water, you shake that up and shoot it down about every 2 hours. In about 5 hours or 6 hours, you'll be, after just 2 of those, you should be alkaline. And they say that you don't want to do too much of that because it can mess with your kidneys. But at this point, this drug is supposed to be hard on your kidneys, so I'm planning to do a kidney flush when I'm done with this whole thing. Kidney and liver cleanse. Dr. Schultz's kidney and liver cleanse. So anyway, lots of inside baseball there. The reason I'm doing this is this piece is I've been getting a couple texts and emails from people asking, how are you doing? So going forward, you know, they had scheduled 6 infusions, 1 down. We've got this they're 3 weeks apart. The last one is scheduled for June 30th. And I'm really, at this point, I feel the side effects that I've had so far, as I mentioned in previous videos, is a mild queasiness bordering on nausea, coupled with fogginess that comes with that nausea, and this fatigue, you know. But I feel like just the past 2 days I've started to get my energy back, and I was able to run all the way out here. That was pretty good. I couldn't have done that last weekend. Last weekend I spent basically fetal in the bed. Just luckily I've got an ocean view, and I was just watching the ocean, and it felt really good if I was just laying still. But if I got in conversations with people or anything I did, I'd have to go lie down, you know. So going forward, the big test is going to be after this infusion. If it's cumulative, there's 200 milligrams of this in each infusion, and so now I'll have 400 milligrams, and I'm expecting it'll probably wipe me out for the first week, and then after that, the sooner I can recover from that, I'll have a better idea of how this whole thing's going to go, and I may be able to start flying again if I have the energy. So my gauge is if I feel that I can kite my glider in a reasonable steady wind without getting dragged all over the place, then I'll be able to fly. But you got to be able to do that, because it can happen. So that's what's up. Some really wonderful things as far as my creativity goes. I'm just brainstorming like crazy, and I just thrive with solitude. You know, I'm Capricorn rising, and I love my alone time. And when I'm alone, I get all just, or if I'm standing down there by the water, I just get all these ideas come to me. And I've had a couple of ideas for NFTs, and I wasn't quite sure how to execute them. And then the other morning, I woke up and I just did it. I just got it done. And so I've got a couple of NFTs ready to drop. And I was actually in the middle of doing the first one of this batch just before it came out, but I saw the sun was going down. Wanted to catch it. So, and the book, the 8th book of Divine Metaphysics is happening. I posted the working cover on my Instagram account this week. You're welcome to scroll through and take a look at that. But you know, I realized this week, it was brought to my attention, somebody was saying, you know, it'd be really great if you did a sound, you know, if you did an audio book of this project. And I was like, well, you know, as a matter of fact, I'm doing this 1 minute of video every day, and every time, what I do is I wake up in the morning or in the afternoon, and I compose 10 questions on divine metaphysics, and then I record myself reciting what I've written, and then I put that together with a video and a little piece of music, and then I post it on TikTok with a video, with some music from TikTok, and then I post that on Instagram. And what that does is it gives me 1 minute of video. And I realized this project, you know, the idea for it was to give myself something positive to do, something creative to do while I was going through treatment. And because the treatment is scheduled to last 3 months, I figured I would do one of these every day. And that means that at the end of the 90 days, I should have 90 minutes, which is that's a feature-length documentary. I should have 90 minutes of this material already in the can. So, but now it looks like I'll have an audiobook as well. So, because every day that I record the 10 questions, it's usually more than 2 minutes of audio. And so what you see is only the first 5 questions, or the first minute of the recording, really. And I'm really looking forward to seeing, you know, how this all turns out. I'm going to put together the first 21 minutes. Today's day 21 in that project, and call it the first 21 minutes. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, everything is beautiful in Venice Beach, as you can see. That's what I'm talking about right there. Let's do a 360, shall we? Thanks for watching. And And thanks to everybody that's been donating to my GoFundMe David's Wonder Fund account, and thanks to everybody that's been praying for me, and I'm just loving you back because we can. Alrighty, love you.